Hello,
Xin chào,
this is Kyle
and this is Chang.
from Hello Vietnamese. We provide Vietnamese lessons with simple and clear English explanations. Join us, and you'll speak Vietnamese in no time. So, just as a review, what did we go over last time, Chang?
So last lesson we learned how to introduce yourself in Vietnamese, including your name, your nationality, and how to say nice to meet you in Vietnamese. Kai, can you introduce yourself again for our audience?
I think it was Ten tôi là Kyle, tôi là người Mỹ, rất vui được gặp. Am I right?
Rất vui được gặp bạn. Rất vui được gặp
Ah,
bạn. Okay.
I see, I see.
Okay, can you repeat again so that our audience can remember it?
Okay. Tên tôi là Kyle, tôi là người Mỹ, rất vui được gặp bạn.
Last time we only learned some new vocabulary about the name of countries and the name of nationalities. And we already know that it is very simple in Vietnamese. In order to convert a country name to a nationality name, we just need to put the word người, which means a person or people before that. For example, Kai is an American. The country America is Mỹ, and American person or people is người Mỹ. Okay, so Kai, do you know how to
In no
say
time.
Japan and Japanese in Vietnamese?
Right. I think Japan is Nhật Bản. And so since I'm part Japanese, I would be a người Nhật Bản. Is that right?
And do you know what is the country with the largest population in the world?
I think that's China. Right. Would China be Trung Quốc?
Okay, so what is Chinese?
Người Trung Quốc.
So the country which is very popular with their music industry right now. Can you guess what is that country?
I mean, I dread the K-pop trend, but I think I know exactly where you're going with this. So that'd be Korea, is that right?
How we call Korea and Korean in Vietnamese?
It's very similar to Japanese is Hankoku, I think it's Hàn Quốc and người Hàn Quốc. Is that right?
And do you know what is the most romantic country in the world?
I would say Italy, but I guess you want me to talk about France?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think France is called Fap, and it'd be người Fap for French person. Is that right?
Finally, Vietnam means Vietnam, and tôi là người Việt Nam. I am Vietnamese. Today we will learn some more vocabulary about countries and nationalities. So firstly, we will learn of the country you just mentioned. You think Italy is more romantic than France, right?
Oh, yes. I mean, how do I say it? There's just something about Roma or Milano or Napoli that just strike me as much more serene and elegant than Paris. As much as as much as I love my French friends, I would do anything I would take Italy over France any day.
So the word for Italy, the country in Vietnamese is ý.
E?
Yeah, it is very simple. Only one word.
Just one letter. Okay, and just the letter Y. So the letter Y is E.
Yeah.
Is that
The
right?
letter Y and the second tone, I mean the high rising tone, ý, ý.
Okay, okay. That's very simple then. So like it's the same E as in Italy.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Or Italia.
And Italian,
Okay.
Italian is người ý.
Okay. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. I didn't know that. Right. Well, what about I'm curious, like, since we're talking about Italy, what about some other countries in Europe? Like what about Germany, for example? Like what would that be called?
Germany is also very simple in Vietnamese. Germany is Đức.
Đức with a D, is that
Yeah,
right?
Đức.
Okay. So that's actually very similar to how the Japanese pronounce it, which would be Doitsu. So I guess it's the same Deutsch that I guess we're both influenced by. Is that
It
right?
is influenced by Chinese and actually in Chinese, the word look here means ethical. Yeah,
Really
the
interesting.
word đức in Vietnamese is also ethical. So maybe Vietnamese, Chinese, or Japanese think that
Ah,
German are very ethical.
okay. That I mean they are very orderly. Interesting. Okay. Well, actually, let me ask then, since I speak Russian myself, how do we say Russia in Vietnamese then?
It is also very simple. It is Nga,
Nah, with the
yeah,
NG.
Nga, Nga.
So how do we make that ng sound? It's a little difficult for
It
me.
is like singer, nga, singer, nga, Nga.
So okay, so singa, okay, nga. Okay, I think I get it now.
And actually, we have another word for the old Russia, the old Russia. But I think
Really?
people don't have. I will tell you now, but I don't think you want to remember that word. But we have the word Liên Xô, which is the Soviet Union. Do you remember that
Ah,
concept? Okay.
yes, yes. No, that's actually interesting because in Japanese we can say soren. So actually I think maybe the lien is the same as in Japanese then.
Liên Xô. Liên is to connect and so maybe from Soviet, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think young people want to learn that word.
Okay. Interesting, interesting. So it's just like Japanese then. Cool. Okay, well, what about I'm curious, like since we did talk about Russian, like, it's a very big country. What about India? Like how do we say Indian
Mm.
in
It
Vietnamese?
is Ấn Độ.
Un do
Mm.
with the do being very short.
Mm. Ấn Độ. Do is the heavy tone and normally it is very short.
Okay, so un do. Okay, interesting. No, again, that's just like Japanese, which uses the word Indo.
Mm.
So that's very
Yeah,
cool.
it is also very similar to Chinese. I mean, for there's a lot of the name of countries in Vietnamese. They are Chinese origin words, so it's very similar to Mandarin Chinese. And since Japanese, Korean also borrow a lot of words from Mandarin Chinese, so we can find that similarities among the languages.
Okay, cool, cool. Well, actually, since we're talking a little bit about history, like, how do I say Egypt then? Since that has probably the oldest history of all. Like, what's Egypt in Vietnamese?
It is Ai Cập.
I cup. So like AI as an I. So
Mm.
I cup.
Yeah, I, the same I with who. Bạn là ai? Who
Okay.
are you? Ai Cập.
Ah, okay, okay. So I cup.
Mm.
So I
Mm.
cup. I
Mm.
cup. Okay. Well, actually, since I'm curious then, because we also have a lot of English teachers in Vietnam too. So like, how do we say how do we say South Africa, for example, since we have a lot of English teachers from there?
In Vietnam, we have a lot of English teachers, and normally they come from the US or the UK. I think we haven't learned the word the UK yet. It is Anh in Vietnamese.
Ein.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
same Anh in bigger brother. So Anh is the UK or England, and người Anh is British.
Ah, so English. Okay. Very cool. Very
And
cool.
we also have a lot of English teachers from Oceania, which is Úc,
Oop. So oop. So it's like this is just UC. So oop. Is that
UC,
right?
UC, and the high rising tone, UC,
So oop.
UC, Úc.
It's kind of cute to say that way, actually. Oop.
And also another country which is also considered a native speaking country, which is South Africa, and it is Nam Phi.
Lam Phi as with an L.
And Nam Phi, the Nam in Nam Phi, actually it is the same Nam in Vietnam. It's because Nam is the south. Vietnam is in the south of China. So before they call Vietnam is country in the south. So that's why we have the word Vietnam. And Nam Phi is also, Nam is for south and Phi is for Africa, because for African continent, we have the word Châu Phi with the same Phi. So Nam Phi is
Ah,
South Africa.
okay. So we'd say Nam Phi, and it's just like the Phi as in feed or feel. Is that right?
Without the end consonant, only Phi, not feel, not have the T or the L sound, just Phi. Nam Phi.
Okay. Nam Phi. Okay, very
Okay,
cool.
so
Well,
before moving forward, let's check a little bit. Do you know how to say South African person or people?
would that be người Nam Phi? Is that right?
Okay, that's correct.
And if I wanted to say, like just to review for myself, if I wanted to say, like Australian or English, it'd be người Úc and người Anh. Is that correct?
Yeah, người Úc is Australian and người Anh is British.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Well, I'm curious then, like, obviously there's a lot of countries in the world, right? So, what are some other countries that, might be interesting to go to? Like, where have you met people from? Like, I've met a guy from Argentina, for example. How do you say Argentina in Vietnamese?
Actually, Argentina in Vietnamese is very similar to Argentina. It is Argentina.
Argentina.
If you say Argentina, Vietnamese also understand because the problem is Argentina is because when Vietnamese first heard the word Argentina, they cannot pronounce it in correctly, so they use the Vietnamese accent for the word Argentina, and
Okay.
it is Argentina. It is also
So,
similar to Brazil. In Vietnamese, it is bờ ra zin. Yeah,
Bozazin.
bờ ra zin.
Zazin. That's a little hard to say, actually. So, could I just say Brazil? Would that be okay?
I think normally people will understand. Normally Vietnamese can understand. And another word, another Vietnamese English word is actually I don't know whether I pronounce it correctly because since I was very young, I learned how to pronounce this word the Vietnamese way. It is New Zealand, New Zealand, New Zealand, New Zealand. Am I pronounce it correctly?
New Zealand? I think that's fair. Yeah, like New Zealand. It's very similar, actually. It's very interesting.
And the Vietnamese word for Mexico is Mexico.
So just like how the Mexicans pronounce it, then it'd be Mexico. Very cool, very cool.
Also, I didn't know that. So I think Mexican speaks Spanish, right?
Yes,
And in Spanish, Mexico is Mexico.
right. Yeah, they pronounce it Mexico. So it's the same as like the Mexicans pronounce it. That's actually very cool. I didn't know that.
And we also call Canada is Canada.
Canada. It's the same.
Canada.
I mean, that's pretty simple.
Okay.
That's pretty simple. Canada.
And we
Okay.
also have Singapore. Can
Singapore.
you guess what is other
So,
country it is?
well, actually, I'm curious, since I was actually watching a video today and he talked about Indonesia. So, how do we say Indonesian in Vietnamese?
Indonesia.
Indonesia. Very cool. So it's just I don't have to worry too much about different countries then. Like I can just say pronunciation. Okay. I was actually looking at a map the other day, right? And there was this country called B. Like where is B supposed to be?
Bỉ is the name for Belgium in Vietnamese.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, just I was looking at them. I was so confused. So like it was just like one thing. So it'd be just BI. Is that
Yeah,
right?
Bỉ for Belgium.
Okay, very
Okay,
cool.
so another word I think you should know is Denmark, which is for Denmark.
Okay. So Denmark.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
And another word you should know is Hà Lan is for Holland.
Oh, the Netherlands. The
The
Netherlands, you mean. So
Netherlands. The
Highland.
Netherlands. Oh, Hà Lan is for the Netherlands.
Yeah, well, just know it's like so it's about that. Basically like so Holland itself is a region inside the Netherlands,
I
but
didn't know that. Okay. And Ba Lan is for Poland.
I'm curious. Since I'm actually so my grandmother's Norwegian, so like how do we say Norway then?
Na Vi.
Naui. So Nauy, is that
Yeah.
right?
Na Vi. And we have a very famous novel, Japanese novel. Have you ever heard of that? By Mukarami. The novel is Northern Forest. In Vietnamese, it is
Norwegian wood. Yeah, Norwegian
not
wood.
not forest, Norwegian wood. In Vietnamese, it is rừng na vi.
Zum Nawi.
Rừng
Okay.
means a forest in Vietnamese.
Okay. So Norwegian wood. Very cool. Very cool.
I know you are very
Interesting.
curious, but I think we already learned a lot of new vocabulary today. So let's do a quick review so that our audience can remember some new words for this lesson. Okay, so can you tell me how to say Oceania in Vietnamese?
Was that oop?
Yeah, correct. Okay, next, what is Russia in Vietnamese?
So it's like sing. So it's like nga
Oh,
nga. Is that right?
okay, correct. And next, Germany,
Would that be duk?
Đức,
Duk? Okay, duk. Okay.
and then India.
Would that be ando?
Okay, correct. And how about Italy?
Would that be e?
Okay, and then South Africa,
Namfi.
Egypt.
Would that be Aikap?
Correct. And then what is Denmark?
Denmark.
And what is Mexico?
I think that's Mexico.
Okay, and the Netherlands.
I think that's Halan.
Correct. And how about Poland?
Balan.
And how about Norway?
Naui.
Okay, correct. And I think that's enough because for other countries, I think you just pronounce it in English and normally Vietnamese will understand.
Okay, well, that's good to know then. Well, so thank you very much. So I appreciate it, like learning all these different nations, but unfortunately, that's all for today.
And I
So
think
I
I
hope,
think after this lesson, all of our audience can know exactly how to say their nationalities and their origin country in Vietnamese.
yeah, and I hope so too. So again, thank you all. That's all for today, and I hope to see you in our next episode. Thank you. Tạm biệt.
Tạm biệt.